You are not born high value, you become high value. This applies to both men and women. And just a reminder here, when we say value, we're talking about the skills and attributes a person brings to the table, not a human being's intrinsic value. You can learn and work hard to become a high value person through effort, time, and dedication. A high value woman isn't a rich woman. Society, and especially men, don't care about a woman's money because, statistically, they don't get to spend it. A high-value woman isn't a woman with a PhD. Most people don't care about a person's education past a certain point. A high-value woman isn't a woman of physical perfection because youthful beauty is a depreciating asset and nobody's body is perfect. So, what makes a high-value woman? Well, it's a combination of everything we'll talk about today in a brutally honest manner. By the end of this video, you'll be able to look yourself in the mirror or look at the woman you're dating and figure out where you or she falls. Here are 15 signs of a high-value woman. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Number 1. You're an asset to your partner and those in your circle. You increase their perceived value in public and in private. Your partner is proud to show you off to their peers, to their families, and the world. High-value men go in public with high-value women. If a man doesn't show you off in public, he's kind of ashamed of who you are, and this isn't a physical thing. A high-value woman can contribute and is appreciated in social environments. Other parties feel lucky to have you in their presence because you elevate the event with your grace. A high-value woman is an asset. She adds value. A low-value woman is like a liability that comes with a cost. A high-value woman sets the standard for other women. Women aspire to be like her. They're the women fit to be queens. High-value women are able to keep the kingdom in check. High-value women are wise counsel. High-value men can be open, vulnerable, and honest with them. High-value women have high-value options, so they don't need to play games or put up with someone else's games. She is serious and determined. Number 2. Natural beauty and fitness. Here's the brutal truth. Beauty is currency. That's just how society and even human behavior is structured. Being physically attractive, having a symmetrical face, above average height, healthy skin, and a proportionate body signals a person has some good genetics. But it's not enough to get plastic surgery to become a high-value woman. Those genes aren't being altered like your face, and they're the ones being passed on to any future kids. That's why natural beauty is superior because it's rare. A high-value woman is a rare combination of natural beauty and fitness. Society values discipline, and the way you present yourself tells the world you're committed, you're able to follow a regimen, and that you have strong willpower and you're a strong woman in control of your life. If you feel like we're speaking facts here, hit that like button. Number 3. The ability to raise strong children and a flourishing family. Society judges people based on their work, not based on their potential. Women can have any role they want, but if they decide to have children, there are separate skills and lessons children need to learn from a mother than they do from their father. If you decide to be a parent, you will only find out if you did a good job when your children are adults and venture out into the world. You will judge your parenting based on how well they are adjusted to living a fulfilling life. Not all women are the same, and not all women are able or even want to be great mothers, wives, and partners. If you don't have any children yet, your character and behavior are indicators of your ability to nurture. Out of all the women in the world, only about 20% of them are great mothers, 60% are average mothers, and the bottom 20% are the terrible mothers. As humans, our value is predicted based on the impact we have while we are alive. High-value women, and men for that matter, have a higher positive impact than others because of the impact and influence they can have on their kids. Number 4. Comforting character and guiding light to her partner, her children, to the people around her. A successful life is one of collaboration because the world is harsh. It's harsh out there. It's stressful, it's dangerous, it's exhausting. At the end of a long day when you're together with a high-value woman, your life calms down. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. If you come home and your partner is ready to argue, to fight, doesn't do what they say they'll do, this will only add more stress to your life. You can't be a high-value woman if you're fighting everyone. A high-value woman has the capacity to understand what the next steps are and where effort and attention should go. That's why she's a guiding light. Number 5, youth. This will sound controversial, but there's actually a marketplace value for youth. Because women have a biological clock, women who can bear healthy babies have a higher perceived value in society than those who have aged out of their reproductive years. After the age of 35, most women can still bear children, but they're considered to be at a higher risk, meaning there's a higher likelihood of complications. Just from a biological perspective, a 25-year-old human is more valuable than a 55-year-old human because they're likely to have more strength and years ahead of them. When looking at large portions of the population, the average data is pretty clear. While men reach their peak between the ages of 35 and 45, most women peak somewhere between 22 to 32 years old. And before you pull out the pitchforks, we're just talking about this from a biological perspective, not social or career perspectives, okay? And of course, there's more to women than their youth, but no matter if you like it or not, youth does play a role in the equation, the same way a man's ability to protect and provide plays a role for men. High-value women are mature in their youth. They don't need to be 40 before they start taking their lives seriously. Number 6, she's desired by many high-value men for marriage, and desired by everyone else to be a part of their network. High-value women are actually quite rare, and rarity breeds desire, so she attracts a lot of interested parties. High-value individuals see the real significance of a high-value woman can bring to the table, so they know they can't afford to play games with this high-value woman. She's too smart for that and has too many options available, so the would-be suitors that approach her are serious. They're looking to build a family and an empire together. Unless they put a ring on that finger and are willing to commit long-term to crafting a life together, you will lose her because others of equal status and value are willing to commit. Groups will see how her membership elevates the group average. High-value women rank high in social skills. You can put a high-value woman in any social circle under any circumstance, and she'll be able to handle it gracefully. Number 7, irreproachable reputation. Everything you do in life adds up to your reputation, and high-value individuals know that reputation is even more valuable than money. A woman's reputation opens or closes doors when it comes to the future. High-value women have near-perfect reputations. She's never been accused or convicted of a crime. She's not a serial cheater. She's not selling foot pics online for money. And why is this important? Because reputation is power, and your reputation bleeds on those around you. Is your partner proud of who you are? Are your parents proud of you? And look, yes, the world is an overly judgmental place and it needs to chill, but there's something of value to a clear reputation. Nobody can fault you because if there's a past, the past will come back to haunt you at some point and deal damage to your present and the people who are in your present. Everybody's got a past, but yours could disqualify you from certain things in the future, the same way child endangerment would disqualify someone from getting custody of their kids. A high-value woman brings no downsides to the people around her. Reputation is very fragile to maintain, which is why the women with clear reputations are considered to be higher value. Number 8, visibility and fame. You might be an incredible woman, but if you live alone in a cave, you're of no use to anyone, not even yourself. High-value women have a light to them. They shine. They don't look for attention. They don't orchestrate it. It just comes to them. You've seen the women who walk into a room and everybody looks. They know who this woman is that they've never met. You are aware of her existence. The reputation we mentioned earlier has gone beyond her inner circle to the point where everybody knows. Fame and visibility are more meritocratic than you might think. A high-value woman is famous based on her results, based on what she's done, not based on scandal or artificial drama. Everybody knows when an asset is high value and when something just pretends to be something it's not. Blue chip stocks are already known. Nobody knows penny stocks. You've heard of Apple, Amazon, or Google because they're high-value companies. Nobody's heard of your side hustle. Number 9. Exuberant and inspiring. People feel lighter and excited in your presence. A high-value woman brightens up any place. It's always a pleasure to be in the presence of a high-value woman. She's exciting to be around. High-value women are inspiring. They inspire you to become better versions of yourself. They inspire you to reach your full potential because they're doing so themselves. Nobody wants to be around someone who's always negative, always complaining, always nagging. When you're with a high-value woman, you feel blessed and excited about life, no matter if you're traveling the world or cooking together at home. Number 10. Self-aware, discerning, and she knows she's enough. One of the biggest societal problems right now is the massive lack of self-awareness. And this applies to both men and women, but we're talking about men next week. A high-value woman understands the world she lives in, understands her value and her circumstance. She is brutally honest with herself because the only way to move up is based on truth, not aspirations or manifestations. She's gotten to a place in her life where she objectively is proud of her situation. A high-value woman is discerning, meaning she's got good judgment. She's able to make good choices consistent with her long-term goals, and all of this makes her confident in her worth. A high-value woman doesn't need to compromise or settle. She communicates her confidence through her actions and behaviors. If you're interested in learning how to develop self-confidence, there is a new learning pack coming up later this month in the A-Lux app. It'll be available for purchase for $24.99. Or you can listen to these lessons for free if you already have a paid subscription. Go to alux.com/app right now and take control of your life. Number 11. Surrounded by high-quality women. You know what's funny? Although almost everybody knows that you're the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with, many people still spend time with directionless people. A high-value woman curates her circle. She's surrounded by peers, not clowns that she keeps around for entertainment. You can tell a lot about a woman based on the quality of the women she associates with. And this may be why some women are no longer inviting you out for dinner. Quality women add value to each other's lives. They empower one another and they learn from one another. So if you're not doing those things, certain women are gonna walk away. Number 12. She comes from an elite family or has achieved elite status in her career. No matter how much poor people like to say it, we're not all born equal in terms of what we have available to us. Some people are born with more opportunities in front of them, and that means early on they have access to better training, better mentors, better circumstances to invest in themselves and increase their own value over time. And look, this doesn't mean that women born into rich families are necessarily high value. Lord knows many of them are spoiled beyond belief and lack the fundamentals. But statistically, having access to more opportunities will increase your value. There's even more respect for a woman who is able to overcome her initial situation through hard work, smarts, and grit. The only downside for a successful career woman is that on average, it takes a longer time to break the cycle and make something of yourself. When you start way behind the line, it takes longer to catch up to someone who's had a clear advantage. So by the time you reach elite level in your career, you might be beyond your more youthful years. Number 13. Can both lead and support. A high-value woman can do both, but not at the same time, and is smart enough to know when to be what. You cannot always be right. Life is about working together. Delegation of skills is important as well as the responsibility of the outcome. A high-value woman knows when to step up as a leader and when not to for the betterment of everyone involved. And this trait of being flexible and having good judgment to know when to be which version of yourself is incredibly rare, which is why you'll only find it in high-value women. Number 14. In control of her mind and emotions. Her life isn't controlled by the past or by third parties. High-value women score high in EQ, or emotional intelligence. They don't allow their past traumas to dictate their present or future actions. They've resolved it or have learned the coping mechanisms to keep it all in check. They're in the business of processing their pain so they can understand, grow, and move on. You will never see a high-value woman justify her inability to evolve in the present by throwing blame on her past. Too many women, too many people don't go to therapy. They don't have someone who's an expert at dealing with psychology and past traumas to talk to, and it shows. Your reality is limited by your ability to move beyond your emotional past. You're supposed to grow, not stay the same. You see their past trauma and problems take away from their sanity and from their ability to make good choices. A high-value woman has got this on lock. Number 15. Loyal and focused on the long-term goal. The last item on our list is loyalty. Loyalty to her partner, her home, her children, to the long-term plan. If a woman jumps ship when times are hard or whenever opportunity suits her, that's considered a red flag because she might do the same again and again. Nobody can really trust her intentions. Life is hard. Building a successful family and a successful life is no easy feat. Are you on the same page? Do you understand what it will take? That's why the vows are structured the way they are. For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer. Marriage bonds people. It shows that you don't have the luggage waiting by the door to bounce when it no longer suits you. A high-value woman is treasured because of her commitment to the cause. How many of you would stand by your partner through thick and thin? A high-value woman is the objective combination of everything we've mentioned on this list, and it's time you added your input. What makes a high-value woman? What would you add to the list? Share your wisdom in the comments. And if you're curious what a low-value woman is, check out our last video. The same style of video is coming for the men next week, so make sure you subscribe to not miss anything good. And as for those of you watching until the very end, here's your bonus. The ability to hold high value over time. When it comes to high-value women, they're able to hold their high status throughout their entire life. Let's look at Hollywood as a more accessible example, although there are plenty of other fields where you will find high-value women. Grace Kelly, Sophia Loren, Monica Bellucci, Selma Hayek, Halle Berry, Beyoncé, Lucy Liu, or more recently the likes of Margot Robbie or Meghan Markle. These women have been regarded as high-value women throughout their lives, and they're still being treated as such. Amal Clooney is a great example of someone outside of Hollywood that everyone agrees is a high-value woman. Everything that loses value is considered a depreciating asset. The longer time horizon someone has, the more they are able to retain their value. And this applies to everyone. The thing is, most of the things on this list are under one's control. Nothing is stopping you from becoming the best version of yourself that you can be. If you are a high-value woman or are looking for one to be your partner in life, write HVW in the comments. Thank you for watching this video, Alexer. If you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community. And if you're still hungry for more, we handpicked this video for you to watch next, or head over to our website for more amazing content. See you tomorrow.